Raidernation. Yes, yes. We are back with another edition. I don't know if you want to really call it coffee and convo. We'll call it midday convo. You know what I mean? We'll call it matinee. That's what we're going to call this one. We're going to call this one the matinee. What do y'all think about those midday movies we shoot, man? We're going to call it the matinee. But shout out to everybody in the comment section. I appreciate you guys for being here. Sarah, Richard, Bert the Jerk, 916 is in the building. We're definitely going to talk about that as well because we just signed a defensive tackle that's from my neck of the woods, South Sacramento. He also went to a high school in the neighborhood that I grew up, Burbank, PJ Johnson. You know what I mean? So shout out to him, man. Welcome to the nation. Ain't nothing like that silver and black, man. I know he grew up diehard Raider fan, man. So salute to him. I'm going to be honest. He's a former 7th rounder, 25. Not too much film to really run over, you know what I mean? But he's a practice squad guy. But I'm just happy to see that we brought someone on from my neck of the woods. So shout out to PJ. Shout out to South Sacramento, man. Yeah, it's the matinee, y'all. We're going to start calling these the matinees. The midday joints, we're going to call them the matinees. You know what I mean? But we are here. Shout out to everybody in the comment section. We are definitely talking about just signing to the practice squad, Tyron Johnson, you guys. This dude is fast. He has some length to him. He's 6'1", 194. I love this pickup. This dude is quick. In his limited playing time, he scored a lot of TDs. Going back and watching the film, him and Justin Herbert had a pretty good chemistry. You know what I'm saying? Yes, for those who don't remember, a year ago, this is the same guy that mossed Jonathan Abram. I mean, at this point, I don't know who hasn't mossed Jonathan Abram. You know what I mean? But this dude mossed the shit out of Jonathan Abram in the corner of the field for a reception, man. But it is what it is. This is a great pickup. I know he's on a practice squad right now, but I promise you guys, he'll probably be brought up quick. It's not going to be against the Bengals. He still needs to learn the playbook. He'll definitely be ready for Thanksgiving because we're going to need all hands on deck, definitely, for the Dallas Cowboys Thanksgiving Day. But, yeah, what do you guys think about this, man? Great film. Speedy. This isn't a wide receiver one. This is a move that we went and made to beef up this wide receiving room. You know what I'm saying? Deshaun Jackson, we know he still has it in him. Yes, he had a terrible play last week that we have to get over, you guys. But I believe with him and Deshaun Jackson together, that speed is going to be dynamic. This is going to be huge. He's also 6'1", so you have to keep an eye on him. This is going to free up Waller a little bit as well, you guys. If you guys get a chance to, go look at his film. There's highlights all across YouTube, all across the internet. This guy's nice. Shout out to Icy. Charger fans were saying Tyron Johnson was on pace to start at X over Mike Williams but got injured. That's what I'm saying. He's young. Only 25 years old. So he fits that timetable of what we're trying to do. We just went out and got a 34-year-old receiver. Well, guess what? We went out and got a 25-year-old one as well. This is a good look because if Deshaun Jackson's only here for a year, we still got Tyron Johnson. We can bring him back. We can definitely bring him back. Well, what do you guys think about this pickup, man? What do you guys think about this pickup? Doc, you ain't lying. Brother, he is a monster at wideout. Yes. I'm so shocked that Jacksonville is so poorly ran that they just let him go like that. Or didn't keep him on the active roster, should I say? I'm just a little like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? But let me see if I can bring up some film on bruh. Let me see if I can bring up some film. But yeah, he ran a 4.36, you guys, a 4.36 at his pro day. A 4.36. Holy shit. So imagine if we can get Badet off the IR. You got Tyron Johnson. You got Deshaun Jackson. It's like Al Davis reincarnated, y'all. RIP to the GOAT. I love it. I definitely love it. Yes, he's at practice today. He definitely is. He definitely is. I think this is a great pickup, you guys. Great pickup. Yeah, 4.36. Fast as hell. There was a play last year, you guys, where he ran through two defenders in Tampa Bay for a long TD. Justin Herbert hit him for like 40, 50 yards. The dude was just, he didn't even look back. He was just so quick, ran through both defenders. This dude is a beast. 6'1", 194. I'm telling y'all now, this is going to be a great pickup for our offense. Hopefully, we can get moving. Hopefully, we can get moving, get this offense going, because right now we're at a stalemate. No one seems to be open. No one seems to be getting their hands on the ball. I know Bryan Edwards had an 88 receiving yard game last week with a TD, but we need more than that. Waller only had, I think, 4 receptions for like 25 yards or some shit. You know what I mean? We definitely need to get people more involved. Adasco, no. He's taller. He has more he's taller than Ruggs. He's not just a speedster. He's 6'1", but he's fast as hell. But he's not just a speedster. He's more than that. He can definitely defenses are definitely going to have to keep an eye on this guy when he's out there on the field. Definitely. Mr. Nick, I feel you, brother. I like the positivity, but I'm not holding my breath. This will be a fast rebuild with the right staff. Bring in the ball. Look, at the end of the day, we're not expecting this guy to come in and be the next DeAndre Hopkins, right? We're not expecting him to come in and be Tyreek Hill. At the end of the day, we need some weapons that can at least put some points on the board. You know what I'm saying? Right now, we're not scoring. You know what I mean? It's really sad. We put up 14 points against a 32nd ranked defense. We put up 16 on the Giants. They're a terrible ran team from top to bottom. We can't score. That's the problem, you guys. We can't score. You know what I'm saying? So this is definitely going to be a pickup that can just help us, you know what I mean, take the top off of defense. He has to be accounted for. If you have him, Deshaun Jackson, and Waller out there at the same time, they can stretch the field and keep and this will get Bryan Edwards some more looks. This will get Hunter Renfrow some more looks. You have to account for speed. Defenses have to account for speed. You know what I mean? These guys will definitely stretch the field, keep all defenders on look, on watch, and that frees up your best weapons. Go ahead and bracket Waller all you want. Go ahead and bracket him when you got Tyron Johnson, Deshaun Jackson, and all these guys that can bring that speed. You have to look other ways as well. You know what I'm saying? T, I'm buffering. It looked good to me. Frank, you said 3 years, 1 reception. Let me show you something. Real quick. Yeah, I'm good. I didn't see anything. He dealt with some injuries. He did deal with some injuries. In 2020, he had 20 receptions alone. Last year, for 398 yards, 3 TDs. This year, he only has 2 receptions for 16 yards, 10 being his longest reception. So in his career, he has 414 yards, 22 receptions. Max, facts. He's nice. This is a compliment pickup, you guys. This is a compliment pickup. This is somebody that can just help this offense take it to the next level, because right now what we're doing is just not working. This is not somebody that's going to come in and we're going to expect him to be the next Tim Brown or the next, you know what I mean? It's not going to happen. This is not one of those pickups, but this is somebody that can come out, make a difference. And like I said, make defenses honest, keep a defense honest. When you have somebody that ran a 4.36, he has to be accounted for. P-Dog, love the signing. Dude has a lot of potential. Great size, too. 6'1", 194. Wish nothing but the best for Tyron. There we go, my brother. There we go. I love it. He's coming off an injury. Give him time. Maybe he can be our next Aguilar. There you go, my brother. There you go. Shout out to Mex. Raider Carlos. Sarah, Raider Joe, what's good with you? Q's in the building. Critique, what's up, my brother? Even if he's not targeted, the speed is going to help out immensely where we can get the ball to Renfro. Boom. Critique, my brother. Thank you for some honesty for the ass, man. Definitely. Hey, Javier, you know what's so crazy, brother? You know what's so crazy? It's so sad to think of this, right? Say we did lose, and I don't want to put that to the universe. Toxic, what's up, King? If we lose, and y'all, I promise the beard is getting cleaned up tomorrow, something vicious. Y'all probably not even going to notice me tomorrow. Y'all probably going to see the beard and be like, holy shit, I'm cutting this shit down. I'm cutting it down. I'm getting cleaned up. I'm getting my Joe Budden on. You know what I mean? So I'm getting it cleaned up. We getting back to clean Graphk. But if we lose, Kansas City loses, and the Chargers lose. Kansas City has Dallas. The Chargers have Pittsburgh, right? We all three lose. Somehow, some way, we're 5-5, and we're still pretty much in our division. It's crazy, man. This is one of them weird years. It's definitely one of those weird years where nobody really wants to grab the bull by the horns and say this is our division. The Chargers had their chance. Then they started kind of low-key dying out, fizzling out. Their defense has been suspect as hell. Their secondary has gotten worse week by week. The Chiefs are now, 3-4 game win streak. They're low-key saying, you know what, we want to take this division back. So if we want to somehow, some way still be in the playoff hunt, we have to start winning some games right now. And it starts with the Bengals. It starts with the Cowboys. It starts with the Washington football team. Definitely. So we need to go on a little run here. We need some help. You know, the Chiefs need to lose to Dallas. In a perfect world, right? Dallas gets beat the hell up, but they beat Kansas City, right? They get beat the hell up. Short rest week, you know, from Sunday to Thursday, short week. In a perfect world, they beat the Chiefs' ass, but they get beat the hell up during the process. We stay healthy. We beat the Bengals' ass, blow them out. We come into Dallas on a high note. In a perfect world, right? In a perfect world, that's what happens. The Chargers, they're facing a Pittsburgh Steelers team that's getting Big Ben back, and they're getting also a Pittsburgh Steelers team that is very, very pissed that they have a tie game. Like they have a tied game, you guys, against an 0-8 team. They're pissed. They're very mad. They're very mad. They're mad. So this is a week where it's a must-win week. The last 2 weeks have been must-win weeks, but this is definitely a must-win because of all the things that's going on around us. You know what I'm saying? With Dallas included, you know, the Chiefs, the Chargers. This is definitely a game where we need to win, and we need to go on a run. I don't know if we have it in us. I'm going to be honest. The way this team has looked these past few weeks, I don't believe in it, but I'm a Raider. I'm going to ride this shit out. I'm going to watch every down. I'm going to watch every play, every snap. But me personally, we've been here before. For all the real Raider fans, we've done this shit year in and year out. I'm not going to get my hopes up. I'm definitely not going to get my hopes up because if I do, I'm going to go on another rant and I'm going to lose my mind. You feel me? Jose says, when are we going to see Fluker bench Parker? Look, Fluker still coming off of a bad injury, Jose. He had a surgery, I believe, in June, July. So I believe this was a guy that we brought in hopes of having Parker, you know, just keep a hold of right tackle for a while because I don't think Fluker's ready. I don't. I think he had like a torn something, not ACL, some shit. I forgot what it was, but he's coming off of a rough injury. I remember his first practice in Vegas, he was noticeably limping. So I just don't think he's ready yet. I definitely do not think he's ready yet. Shout out to Kirk Hall. Have to take rest of the day off. Got hurt at work. Raidernation for life. Hey, prayers to you, my brother. I hope that you're okay, man. I hope that you're okay, bro. For real. Prayers to you, man. At least you got your hands. I see you typing. So at least you got your hands, brother. You know what I'm saying? Prayers to you, King, and hopefully everything's all right, man. Keep me posted with what you got going on. Out the big perm. All I want to do is beat them cowgirls, and I'll be good. Man, talk that talk. I live in Dallas, brother. I live in Dallas, so I feel you. Docs need that Crosby jersey on next time. Man, we went on a two game losing streak, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I tried to do something a little different. You know what I mean? Manu, my brother, what's been happening the past few weeks that says that that's not going to happen? You feel me? Like I've not seen anything different on this defensive side of the ball. Gus Bradley has not done anything. He's not changed anything. I feel like they're going to run the ball down our throats. That's just me. I mean, hey, it is what it is. I'm just being honest. I don't see us stopping the run because we haven't stopped the run all year long. We just have to it kind of sucks too, right? Because we don't have a run game. We don't have a run game. So the time of possession is going to be very, very tricky. It's going to be very hard to have the ball more than them when we can't run the ball. So I think this is a big game for DC, a big game for our receivers. We have to throw the ball all over the place. And pretty much this is going to be a game, you guys, where we just have to outscore the Bengals. Simple and plain. Stop them in the red zone. Hold them to 3. Don't let them get 7 every damn time. Throw the ball all over the place. Outscore them. Stop them in the red zone. Because the way Gus Bradley's defense is set up, I think that they're still going to be able to run the ball. They're still going to be able to throw the ball. But we just have to stop them in red zone situations. I think that Cincinnati is going to run up and down the field. But we have to hold them to 3. That's where I am with this in this situation right now. I don't believe in this defense enough to say, oh, we're going to stop them. We're going to hold them to this. We're going to hold them to that. No. Our secondary got exposed last week against the Chiefs, and we're playing against 3 number 1 receivers, you guys, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, and Jamar Chase. They have 3 number 1s, and they have a great young tight end. So I don't see anything changing. You know what I mean? Look, this team can throw. They can run. Their offensive line is suspect. We have to get to the quarterback. If you can keep Joe Burrow spooked and running all over the pocket, outside of the pocket, then we have a chance to beat this team. But this is going to be, to me, one of those games where we have to win in a shootout. Sorry to say it, we have to beat them in a shootout. We have to beat them in a shootout. Simple and plain. And if we can't score, like we have not been proven to these past few weeks, 14 against the Chiefs, 16 against the Giants, we're going to lose this game hefty. We're going to lose this game by a lot. For real. For real, for real. Max needs 4 again. This would be a game to do it. This would definitely be a game to do it. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Wipe them feet, you guys. Hit them thumbs up. If you are not a subscriber yet, please hit the subscribe button. And if you want to become a member of the channel, hit the link up top. It's definitely pinned up top. Yes, man, we got some great things on the way. I'm going to be live from Atlanta. I got some skits coming this weekend. I got some more lives. I got a lot of other things going on. So trust me, you guys, we are working. I've been putting pen to paper behind the scenes. Got a lot of great ideas. Tomorrow it starts with me going to get cleaned up. You know what I mean? Getting my ass back in that gym, you know what I mean? And getting moving and getting everything together, man, so I can make this platform even bigger than what it is already. We're coming for that 15K, you guys. We're definitely coming for that 15K. We need that immediately. So if you guys can share the link, subscribe. Let people know about what we do over here. And yes, that's where we are with it. We will be doing still Fan Fridays, but I have to limit. I definitely have to limit the amount of people I have on the chat because, you know, with a lot of stuff I have going on outside of this could be coming into the platform. We can't be going crazy. Can't be reckless no more. You know what I mean? But we'll definitely be doing a fan show here soon. Mental Health Mondays is back Monday. Raul, what up, King? What do you think of the signing of wide receiver Tyron Johnson? We were just talking about that, my brother. I definitely love it. 6'1", 194, can take the top off of defense. 4.36 pro day, fast as hell. You match him up with Deshaun Jackson. This definitely frees up Waller and other weapons around them, so DC can have a field day and start spreading the ball around a lot more. So even if Tyron Johnson, which he only has like 400 yards in his career, he's definitely going to be more of a decoy, someone that the defense is going to have to keep an eye on. And this is going to definitely free up other receivers. So I think this is a win-win. I think this is a win-win for this offense, bringing him on. He could be a decoy. He could be a deep threat. He could be all across the board, just a really, really good running back. Wide receiver. Yeah, 4.36 40-yard dash. That's crazy. Jonathan, I got you, brother. I'm going to definitely check you out. Jacobs shifted to left, and the LB blitzed freely. I'm at the point, man, I want a young running back that can be more active in the passing game. I don't want a so-called bell cow anymore. You know what I'm saying? Or one of those old school thumpers like Gruden loved. I want a running back now. And don't get me wrong, I love Jacobs. If we can bring him back on a cheap contract, I definitely would. A $4 million, $5 million contract at most, I would definitely bring Jacobs back. But I want our own Alvin Kamara now. That's what I want. I want our own Alvin Kamara, because what we have right now ain't getting the job done. Yeah, Zay is a decoy as well with that speed. I keep forgetting, y'all. That's crazy with Zay Jones. Oh, my God. Thank you for bringing that name up. Zay Jones, Tyron Johnson, Deshaun Jackson. There's a lot of speed right there. That is a lot of speed. We definitely needed Najee Harris. Definitely, Intel. Definitely. I would have loved that. I definitely would have loved that. I don't know what we do well right now. Very frustrating. We don't do it. You know what we do well? We're very inconsistent. We do that very well, Prince. That's what we do. We're very inconsistent. We do that very well. Thank you, my brother, for the donation, man. That's what we do. We're very inconsistent. We do that very well. We do that very well. Shout out to Juan. Our running game is obviously struggling. Why not use Marcus more to balance the offensive threat? What's the point of having him if we don't play him? Look, we all know that Marcus Mariota is not the answer, right? But yes, get him more active. Definitely get him more active. Look, keep defenses on their toes. That's a weapon that we have, right? Use them. I definitely agree with you, Juan. I definitely agree with you. Definitely keep defenses off. You know what I mean? Off their game. Bring Mariota in. Start doing some more. You know what I mean? I just don't know where this offense has went these past few weeks. It's crazy to me, man. It's crazy, bro. CMC would have been a great pickup. Cam Akers type running back. Okay. Yes. Running back from Michigan State. Whoo, Tommy. That guy is a monster. Kenneth Walker, I believe. Beast. I would love to have him. Would love to have him on this roster. Keith says Regis is that good. I think we don't know that yet because he didn't do enough even versus backups. You know what I'm saying? Like he looked good, but he didn't look great. There's a reason we haven't seen Regis yet. Do I want to see him at some point? Yes, definitely. But I just don't think that he's done enough for us to be super duper excited about Regis. You know what I mean? You hear the rumors about Mariota taking half the snaps in practice? Definitely have not. But I'm going to tell you this right now, you guys. Here in a second, I wouldn't be shocked about something like that. You know why? This coaching staff is going to get desperate here in a minute. They're definitely going to get desperate here in a minute. They're going to realize we're playing for our jobs. If we want a job next year, whether it's here or somewhere else, they're going to get desperate. They are definitely going to get desperate. So it's going to be a chance. Scout said it was fake. But I'm not saying that because I didn't believe that Mariota would be out there playing a half anyway. But we need to get him more involved because this coaching staff is guaranteed sitting behind the scenes saying, we better get something going because this is it. If we don't win out or we don't get this team into the playoffs, we may not get another job, not just with the Raiders, but period. You know what I mean? I think the only coach on this team that may even look somewhere next year may be Ron Miles. Cable has had a terrible year with the offensive line. Rob Marinelli has gotten this defensive line going. at the defensive end position, but defensive tackle, we're still struggling. End of the day, man, you know, any team, they run the ball down our throat. You know what I mean? Everybody's been pretty much struggling. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. At some point, they're going to get desperate and they're going to try. They're going to have to try and do something different, whether it's getting Mariota more involved, whether it's somehow, some way getting Kenyon Drake more involved. Get Kenyon Drake more involved. I don't understand why we have him go out and get 2 TDs and then he disappears for a game or 2. Get Kenyon Drake more involved. Get him more involved. Should we bench Jacob and put in Regis or give Jacobs another chance? No, you play your former number one draft pick. You know what I'm saying? Play if he's healthy, let him play out the year. At the end of the day, at the worst, at the best, he does great and he shows signs of life. At worst, the teams get more film on him and we can use him as a trade chip later on down the line. But you have to keep him in. You have to keep Jacobs in. Point blank, period. Jamel says, what up, Docs? What do you think about drafting Jordan Davis, DT out of Georgia? I would love it. I don't know if we're going to be there while he's drafted. I think that he's going to be gone before we're there. But if he is there, if Jordan Davis out of Georgia is there, we're definitely taking him. That is a defensive tackle that can plug up the middle and get to the quarterback. There's no reason not to go get Jordan Davis. That's the number 1 defensive tackle on my draft board. So yes, Jamel, my brother, I would love to go get him. How did 5'9" Honey Badger shut down 6'6" Waller? I just feel like Waller doesn't like he's not looking like he wants to be that guy right now. I feel like Waller has lost all confidence on the football field. That's how I feel. I feel like he's lost all confidence on the football field. And we need to somehow, some way build him back up and get that confidence back. There's no way a 5'9" Honey Badger should be able to shut down a Darren Waller for like 4 receptions for like 25 yards. There's no reason. I just feel like maybe Waller has lost confidence on the football field. Maybe he's more focused on outside things. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is, but I definitely feel like Waller is just not the Waller that we're used to. And what's crazy is he has 500 receiving yards, you guys. I think like 496. So he's definitely still having a good year, but he's not having a great year. He's not playing he's not the Waller we're accustomed to having. You know what I mean? Shout out to my brother Wi-Fi Willie, man. Shout out to my brother Scout. He said, I'm not sold on him. Why are you not a big fan of Davis? Scout, I need to know this. I need to know this because the last time I checked, you weren't a big fan of Javon Holland either. What's up? What's up? Docs, I'm keeping my expectations low. Been a fan for 37 years. Me as well, my brother. It really hurt when your team doesn't do well. Raidernation deserves better. Facts. We definitely deserve better, but we've been deserving better. We have been deserving better. At this point, it's just, you know, we're just stupid. At this point, we're just stupid, Brian. Our loyalty like just overshadows everything, right? We're just in a relationship where we watch our woman go cheat on us every day and come back home and we just act like, oh, everything cool. I didn't see that. I didn't see that. It's cool. Definitely an unhealthy relationship. Literally just a big dude who can stop the run. His pass rush isn't that great. 5 sacks in 4 years. Could grow, but day 2 guy for me. I didn't like Holland for LV. Was still safety 3. I don't know. The film I seen on Davis, bro, I like him. I like him a lot. And to be honest with you, we need a defensive tackle that can stop the run anyway, right? It's not even about a defensive tackle actually getting to the QB. We have 2 great defensive ends that can do that. Our problem is stopping the run. So there you go. I mean, he literally fits the mold of our biggest weakness on defense. So why not go get him if he can stop the run? I'm all for bringing in somebody right now that can definitely plug that hole up and not allow us to give up ass every damn time they run offense runs the ball. Jack says, while they're just signed to Clutch Sports, they play hardball with contracts. They do. But at the end of the day, that doesn't make any sense to me, though. Like, make your player go out there and look bad to get a better contract. See, I don't agree with that. I definitely don't agree with that. Make him look bad in order to get a bigger contract. You know what I'm saying? But yes, Clutch Sports has definitely been a agency that plays hardball, definitely. But I just don't think it has anything to do with that, to be honest. Kirk, I'm good, Docs. Fell on my wrist in light duty. My dumbass fault. Thank you for doing what you do, brother. Appreciate you, King. Like I said, brother, keep me posted with how you're doing. And let me know what's going on with you, brother. For real. I appreciate you. Thank you for the donation, and thank you for the update, more importantly. My God. Raider Joe says, our wife left us for another man, Vegas, and we still right there supporting her broke ass. Fuck it. Definitely. Mark Davis needs to sell this team. His owner skills are basic. I don't think that it's basic, Snaps. I just think that the NFL is not allowing him to do what he wants to do. You know what I mean? That man still has Maverick in his blood. I like that you brought this up, Gustavo, because is it just me or Kansas City this year has been struggling all year long, right? With two safeties, playing two safeties high, right? And you can attest to this, Scout. I don't know if you're still in the comment section, brother, but they've been struggling against defenses that play two safeties high, too high, right? And we played cover 3 the whole game. They just picked us apart. Like, as a defensive coordinator, that your scheme isn't working. You have to adapt, right? You have to adjust, right? They have struggled against teams playing two safeties high. Why are you playing cover 3 the whole entire game? Why? That makes no sense to me. Two high safety. Them defenses have been controlling KC all year long, and we come out with the cover 3 all game long and just got destroyed. Yeah, we got burnt in cover 2, Docs. But how many times did we do that? How many times did we play cover 2? And I need to go back and look. Go back and look at the film. But how many times we're not going to blitz, Reggie? It sucks, my brother, but we're definitely not going to blitz. That's just not who Gus Bradley is. You know what I mean? And let's be honest, with all of the pressures and you know how the defensive ends have looked this year, we really haven't had to blitz. I would love to get Nate Hobbs to blitz. I would love to get our linebackers to blitz more. You know what I'm saying? But it's just not going to happen. That's just not Gus's game. If you play two safeties high, that means more Abram in coverage, so pass. But why is Abram? But isn't there another reason why we have other guys out there? Why did we go draft, which Tyree Gillespie now is on an IR, but you have Tyree Gillespie, right? You have Divine Diablo that can play safety and he can play a linebacker, right? I don't want to see Dallin Levitt in coverage at all. You have Clinton Dix, right? You have him. You have other safeties where you can play too high. You don't have to have Abram out there. Abram needs to be close to the line of scrimmage, right? I don't want to have him back there in coverage. Keep him near the line of scrimmage. Roger Teamer's back now. Thank God. Look, I like Roger Teamer a lot. Not only does he bring a competitiveness to the special teams side of things, but he definitely brings a competitiveness also to our secondary. So I'm definitely excited about Roger Teamer being back. But Abram should not be back there. Yes, and he's a 2-down safety. It sucks to say that you drafted a first-round safety out of Mississippi State that's pretty much a 2-down safety. Teamer's a huge part of the defense. People got to realize that. Allows Abram to play near the line of scrimmage and Teamer deep. Yes. So do you think, Scout, that played a huge part of why Abram had to play in that set? Do you think we start playing more too high with Teamer and Merrick back there with Abram playing more closer to the line of scrimmage now that Roger Teamer is back? Do you think we start doing that more? Because this cover 3 right now is not working. We've been exposed these past few weeks. and I'm not even going to say Daniel Jones threw for like 150 yards or some shit on it. So I can't say that he did anything crazy against our secondary. You know what I mean? In the passing game, he was weak. You know what I mean? But Patrick Mahomes definitely carved us up for over 400 yards. Yes, it's why he's been asked the last 2 weeks. Dude's been forced to play deep. There you go. There you go. So let's see what we got. If Roger Teamer is playing, you know what I mean? Let's see what Teamer does. Let's see what Teamer does. Because we're definitely going to need all hands on deck. This is an offense that is explosive, man. They have a great running back and 3 great wide receivers and an up-and-coming tight end. This can get spooky for this secondary these next 2 weeks, y'all. I don't think people understand the next 2 weeks. Oh, my God, man. We're playing 2 teams back-to-back that have 3, not 2, but 3 great receivers. 3. Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins, Jamar Chase. Boom. 4 or 5 days later. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, you're playing the Dallas Cowboys. Cooper, Lamb. Bruh. And also my dog, I'm drawing a blank right now. What's my boy name, y'all? Just came off of IR. I'm struggling right now. Somebody let me know. My boy, he'll be a free agent next year, and I would love to bring him up. Michael Gallup. There we go, Michael Gallup. We're playing against CeeDee Lamb, Cooper, and Gallup. We're playing against 6 great receivers in this next week. Casey Hayward, Nate Hobbs, whether it's Facing or Desmond Trufant, we're going to see what we're made of this next week. I'll tell you that. You got Cedric Wilson, who is going to be a stud when he starts for someone. There you go. I always forget about Cedric Wilson. And then they have 2 great running backs. They have the Ohio State, you know what I mean? Duo. Got to keep an eye on Pollard. Got to keep an eye on Zeke. So this is definitely a Mixon and then Zeke back to back. This week is going to tell us exactly who we are. Exactly who we are. We're either really, really, really bad, really, really, really mediocre, or we're good. That's it. I'm not even going to say great, elite, none of that, because we already proved to not be that. Elite teams beat the Giants. Elite teams beat the Bears. Elite teams beat the Chiefs on Sunday night in prime time. I want to see what we can do against these next few teams. If we can beat these 2 teams, we're good. We're not great, but we're good. If we play them good and lose, we're just mediocre as fuck. If we get blown out by both of these teams back to back, we're just terrible as hell. Point blank, period. The end. Are we going to run a spy on defense this week for the run? Julio, I don't know. I don't know, brother. I don't. I know that Cincinnati has so many options. No, the Bengals they're not elite, Terrence, but they have elite talent. They have elite talent. T. Higgins is going to be an elite wide receiver in this league. Tyler Boyd can be elite. Tyler Boyd would be a number 1 receiver on another team, you guys. He's the number 3 option with Cincinnati. If he was on our team right now, Tyler Boyd would be the number 1 receiver on our team. On our team. If he went to New Orleans, he'd be the number one receiver. He's the number 1 receiver on a lot of other teams. Jamar Chase, an elite talent. This is 2 scary offenses that we're facing back to back. But I don't know. We're going to have to do something different because at the end of the day, you keep a spy, right, on Mixon. It's just they have too many offensive weapons on the outside that can carve us up. Tight ends have been beating our ass as of late too. They have a really good tight end on the come up as well. So I don't know, man. Look, I'm not going to act like we're going to go into, into Allegiant Stadium and just dog walk these boys. I'm not doing that at all. Shit, I'm going to be honest, you guys. I'm going to be totally real and totally transparent. I got us losing this game. Simple and plain. I got us losing this game. Until you prove me right or prove me wrong, I'm not even going to be over here saying we're going to win this game. We're going to win this game. We're going to win this game anymore. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not doing it. I'm definitely not doing it. I'm not setting myself up for failure. No more.
It works with Simply Safe.
You guys want to do the let's listen to the presser.
We understand now some of the things and who we are and what we got to make sure we protect and make sure we build on that.
You guys had a couple opportunities where you had a chance to make a play on the ball, whether it was deflected.
Gus Bradley, you guys.
Maybe having a dropped interception, things of that nature.
Can you hear?
It's been a big issue this year, but have you seen anything?
Well, we have had some missed opportunities now. I think one of our coaches said we've had 6 missed stops, on interceptions. And in a game like that, boy, you got to take advantage of every opportunity. I think the score was relatively close at the time. Excuse me. And Casey Hayward dropped that one. It had been great field position. And plays like that can turn the tide. And we just didn't make it. Or what? Timo had a pick in the end zone. The next play they scored. Those opportunities, they don't come very often. And when we do get our opportunity, we got to, capitalize on it. And we didn't do it in that game. And that's the point of emphasis too, is that, boy, we got to make sure that we work so hard to get those opportunities. We got to make them pay dividends.
You did talk about Kansas City, getting rid of the ball pretty quickly and kind of, negating a little bit of what you guys want to do in the pass rush. Do you expect other teams to try to do that?
I see Cincinnati do that. They take their shots now. They're an explosive team. I think 59 explosive plays, over 7 a game. So they take their shots and they made big plays just on deep balls and run after catch. So, but they're very calculated on making sure that they stay in rhythm and move the ball down the field. And then you got to stay on top of the shots that they take.
I was curious. The one touchdown by Tyron looked like Tyron was on him at first, and he wound up being wide open. What's supposed to happen on that play? What was supposed to happen as far as I think you saw Tyron was on at the beginning and kind of went off from the corner was wide open, working touchdown.
Oh yeah, the communication. We had miscommunication there, and guys, there was another one where we had a crack and go, and we really were in position. The call required it to double, but sometimes in a situation when the score was like that and you feel like it's in a mode where they're going to utilize the clock and the run game, and it was a toss action, our guys came up, and that's the type of out of whack that I was talking about, where just play the call, don't try to do anything more than the call, and stay within that zone. And we got out of it a little bit, and that was uncharacteristic.
What did you see from your players, and what do you want to see after a performance like that? Do you want anger? Do you want frustration? What do you want?
No, I just, they realize it. I mean, right now, they know as far as play, it's been trending upwards. We've been, playing some pretty good football. There's areas, obviously, things like that and getting off the field that we always need to work on. But I felt like it was that way. And then this game, really, when we talk about, you got to get better every game, and people that talk about more of that mindset, well, we didn't get better that game. That is not what get better looks like in our minds. And the players understand that, and they hold it to a higher standard as well as the coaches. So I think it's, let's get it right. More of that mentality, more, the anger and the, frustration is gone. Let's make sure that, Kansas City doesn't beat us twice.
That's good.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
What the fuck are you talking about, Gus? We got Waller coming on, you guys, and we got Jacobs. These are going to be the ones I want to hear. 2 struggling superstars on this roster. I want to hear what they got to say. But Gus, what the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? And not once. All of us in this comment section, right? All of us are saying adjust, adjust, adjust. Keyword, adjust. Not one person, he never mentioned that one time. Adjustments, adjustments, adjustments. Well, we should have did this, no. Use the word adjustments. Adjustments. Adjust. We need to adjust. I'm doing a bad job right now. I'm doing a bad job. That's it. Just say I'm doing a bad job. I'm not putting my guys in the right place to succeed. I'm not putting my guys in a position to succeed. This is why I hate watching these pressers, you guys. because they keep saying the same shit over and over and over. Win, same shit. Lose, same shit. Like, let's get a little bit, like, be honest. Be honest, man. This is why I feel that a lot of us on YouTube, I'm not going to say a lot of us, I'll say a few of us are really needed, right? Because we actually say what needs to be said. These guys are so politically correct week in and week out. This shit kills me. Like, why? Why are you so politically correct? Just be honest. Say we're fucking trash. We need to figure this shit out. No more questions. That's what I want to see. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm coming out. I'm saying, you guys, we were trash. We got gashed for over 400 yards in passing. Their run game, they did whatever the fuck they wanted to. We were ass. We're gonna get better. Boop. And I'm throwing something at a reporter, and I'm walking off. That's it. I'd probably get fired, you know what I mean, quick and fast. But I'm just saying, though, you know what I mean? Be honest. Be transparent. Be real. Fuck all that goofy shit where you just want to sound politically correct. Be honest. Hey, Stu, I'm going to get with you today, my brother. Hey, I would love, are you free tonight? Definitely, Brian. Definitely. Are you free tonight, big bro? I would love to bring you on and do a special show tonight. If that's okay with you. I would love to bring you on and do something a little different. I would love that. You know what I mean? Let me know. Okay, bet. I'm gonna put something together, big bro. I'm gonna send you the link, and I definitely want to talk with you tonight. Definitely want to talk with you tonight. You the GOAT, Kaden. You the GOAT. All right, let me see something, y'all. I want to see. I want to definitely hear. I want to hear Waller. I want to see what he's talking about.
Start saving with Pick Your Free from Reliant. Choose free electricity on weekends.
Bro. He said they're blinded by love. Shout out to everybody in the chat, you guys. Wipe them feet. Hit them thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed yet. Definitely appreciate you guys for being here. Share the link if possible, man. Appreciate you guys, man. For real, for real. Paul says, Docs and Stu are my drug of choice. Shout out to you, Paul. I appreciate you, brother. Armando, no more balls in the NFL? Shit, you know what's crazy, bro? I agree with you. Shit's crazy, man. Sacramento, Vic, what's up with you, brother? What's up with you, brother? Shout out to Sac, man. Shout out to Oak Park. Shout out to the South. Shout out to the Heights, the Manors, East Side, West Side. Shout out to everybody out there back home. All right, so we got Waller coming up, you guys. We got Jacobs coming up. Shout out to my brother Raider Twan, man. What's up with you, my brother? Bro. Like what? Like, come on, man. I want some guys that's going to be out here screaming. You know what I mean? Like, man. Shit crazy. Shout out to them too, bro. Oh, shit. Carr has the skills. I'm definitely not doing the car talk anymore. I just seen Stu do a 10-hour live. And somehow, some way, I popped in on the 9th hour. And I was drawn into the DC talk. I'm so over it, man. Shout out to Highlands, man. Facts. I used to live in Highlands as well, my brother. Shout out to Ruthless. Yes, you guys. Hit that thumbs up button, man. We're definitely talking about our new pickups, you guys. Tyron Johnson, 6'1", 194, wide receiver, former Charger, former Jaguar. This guy can definitely take the top off some defenses. I truly believe, look, lately I've been like, look, this is okay. Like PJ Johnson, Sacramento boy, love it, love it, love it. Defensive tackle, former 7th rounder out of Arizona. Sacramento boy, to me, it's just a practice squad pickup. It's definitely a practice squad pickup. I don't really see anything really drastic coming out of that. I just think he's just someone that, for depth purposes, but I'm very excited about the Tyron Johnson pickup. I definitely am. Stu, man, my brother, I appreciate you, King. Check your text message. I just sent you something. Definitely just sent you some. Yeah, T, I can't go back and watch that whole out. Man, that was crazy. All right, here we go. Stu, your guy. Greg Olson.
Well, again, he's defended. Every team's going to defend Darren Waller, but we'll continue to find ways to get him the ball and find ways to get him targets because he's, that good of a player, obviously. So, not giving anything away. We'll just continue to work ways to get him the ball.
Have you noticed that any changes in how defenses are defending you without Henry Ruggs?
I wouldn't say that right now, and we're again with Zay Jones really coming in and D-Jack. We've got two guys there that are capable players that are, again, we've got an opportunity to play now, and we like what we got in those players.
You guys have made a lot of tweaks in the run game since you took over as a play caller. At this point, it's just a matter of better execution and guys playing better than you.
Yeah, we felt like we were on the right track, there for a few games, and it was coming together, and for different reasons. Whether it be, last week the game got out of hand a little bit, and we didn't start out, obviously, the number of opportunities in the first half to get the run game established. But we'll continue to try and get it better every game.
I got one more on Waller. I mean, over hit 19 targets in the first game. Some of them were like in tight windows. Was there an overcorrection, or did you guys not like what happened that first game, or what was the kind of follow up to that?
Again, I think part of it is the way teams are defending him. And we're still, I think I alluded to, when we put together the game plan, we always go through and as we're putting the game plan together, we're very aware of who the touches should be going to. And then at the end of it, it's, okay, which player has the most touches right now in this game plan designed to him? And normally it's going to be Darren Waller as your best player. That's how you design your plays, and most teams do it that way. So we just got to do a better job of finding different ways to get him open.
For the offense as a whole, like when you watch the film, how close do you think you are, and how much of it is just correctable on your end of just getting there?
Yeah, I think, again, I look back in the past, we're moving forward, but the Giants game was a game we felt like we missed a lot of opportunities.
I knew what you were doing, Papa T.
The Chiefs game kind of got out of hand for us, and because of our slow start, didn't help us at all. But so we're just trying to get back on track this week against the Bengals, and we'll kind of go from there. So we've seen very correctable mistakes that have been made, somewhat uncharacteristic compared to how we started the first two games. John, so we'll look to get back on track in terms of the mental part of the game.
Deshaun getting a second full week of practice now. How many more snaps do you envision him getting on the field this week?
Yeah, we'd like to roll those guys. Just our depth right now, wide receiver. If we can keep the legs fresh, really of those guys, that'll be helpful. And obviously, the more he knows, then the more we'll be able to do that.
In these type of situations where you're playing out of your division against a team that maybe you see every few years,
You did.
What becomes the biggest challenge in that regard?
He definitely did.
Unfamiliarity with them.
More honesty.
I have a little bit of background with their coordinator, former Purdue coach where I'd come from. So I've known Lou a long time.
There you go, Stu. He's talking your shit.
I respect for him, what he does defensively and how they've come along since he's been there. They're a top 10 defense in a lot of categories as the season started. They're still their number 3 defense in terms of pressures brought. They're number 6 in the league in sacks right now, so they've got a real formidable front. So we'll have our hands full there. But it helps to have familiarity, you would say, But every game's different. We're familiar with Steve Spagnuolo, but we didn't play up to our standard last week. But it helps to have familiarity.
I think you coached with Zach in LA that one year. Did you see this coming for him?
Yeah. I think that the number of those guys on that staff. I think that obviously the system that Sean had put together and the staff he put together just knew that when guys got their opportunity, they'd have a chance, to move on. And he's a good, young, bright coach, and got a lot of respect for him as well.
Greg, I know growth isn't always linear, but how are you seeing the offensive line just develop with all the position changes and things you face and start?
Well, we talked about a couple of weeks ago. I think them being able to play together, we've had continuity with those guys. So as we talked about, the more that you play together, you'd like to see that growth would continue in terms of both the mental part of it and the physical part of the player. So we're just looking for that every week. That's the emphasis. Is just get a little bit better every day.
As far as the run game goes, what gives you confidence that you guys will be able to run the ball better than you have so far?
Just how we practice and how we prepare, really. And again, we talk about the continued growth on a daily basis. A little bit, guys, just trying to get better. But, we had reason to believe that it was going in the right direction. We still have reason to believe that, at least how we practice.
Greg, how fine is that line as an offensive play caller? Fine is that line between taking what the defense gives you and taking what you want?
Yeah. There's no question. Everyone likes to, I think everybody likes to talk about balance. We're going to be balanced, but you're still, to me, the challenge at this level of football is to make sure that your best 11 players are on the field and you're getting the ball in your most explosive players' hands. So, and we feel that, really Josh Jacobs and Kenyon Drake have done a lot of really good things. They've done a lot of really good things in the run game, and they've done a lot of really good things out of the backfield in the passing game this season. So it's just a matter of mixing those two and trying to keep the defense off balance as best you can. We feel like that's the winning formula for us right now, and that it's going to involve the running game.
That's good.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Okay, now this was a lot better than the previous coach that spoke, Gus Bradley. Olson, a lot more transparent, a lot more honest. Some of the things he was saying, I know you want to give your running back some kind of kudos because you want to build some type of you want to get them excited, you want to get them motivated, right? You want to motivate Josh Jacobs, you want to motivate Kenyon Drake. But let's be honest, those guys have not looked great at all this year. They have not. I don't even think that Kenyon Drake has even got enough chances to look great. Is the O-line really bad? Yes. The O-line has played a pivotal part of why this run game cannot get going. Totally agree with that. He's not going to say that because he's going to play the politically correct game. You don't want to beat up your O-line. But I just feel like, man, Jacobs, come on, bro. He hasn't done anything great. He hasn't done anything great. He started to get going against the Giants, a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. Yes. And then we just went away from him. So if one of your best players on the roster is starting to get better and they're starting to heat up, why not keep feeding them the ball? That's just a little strange to me. Stu, yeah, brother, I know that Greg Olson is your guy. I know you guys have those ties, those Purdue ties. I get it. Respect, my brother. I do like what he said, but I also.
This is your financial advisor, your Uncle Jim. He knows everything.
Let's just say he was a little more honest. We'll go that route. We'll go that route. He did say he's going to continue to try to get Waller the ball, which, you should. Right? You want to get the ball in your best player's hands. Look, he's a playmaker. Get the ball to Waller. Yes. Hold on real quick, you guys. Yo. What's up, brother?
I just want people to make sure that anything, I know I can say this about me and Docs, everything we say is all about them business oriented. It's nothing to do with anybody personal.
Yes, most definitely.
It is about holding these guys accountable. And I went over today, salaries, money means money means the bigger check you're getting, the more that's expected out of you. It is. And the less that we're going to have excuses when you don't do well. I mean, the more that's given to you, more is expected.
Definitely.
And again, we're not in that game. I believe we lost it on every special teams, defense, and offense.
Yeah, all across
It
the board.
wasn't just Carr.
Yeah.
It wasn't just Carr. My concern, though, something that really has me worried again is that end of the third quarter, that third down, throwing that interception, because that
You're
was
still in the
I
game.
don't give a fuck.
Yeah, you're still in the game. At that point, you're still in the game. So why, like, if anything, look, I would rather get mad at DC for throwing the ball away than doing
Bro,
something.
he was out of the pocket. He was out
Yes.
of the pocket.
Yes. Yes.
And he just threw it up.
Yes.
And I know people say that's his long ball. No, you don't throw a balloon ball up when there's two high safeties.
No.
Okay? You throw a balloon ball up when it's man-to-man coverage and a guy can go up and out-jump the fucking DB. Not when two safeties are coming downhill. But I'm looking at that going, and I'm in the alumni suite with Tim Brown and Mix and fucking Charlie Garner and, you know, guys that have played, and they're going, what the fuck was that? And then it happened again. And I'm thinking,
twice.
that just, I understand guys are going to make plays, but that right there, that's a concern for me.
Yeah.
Those watching that with the game still capable of getting back into it, right?
Yes.
People can score quickly. We know that.
Yeah. We were down 14 at that time, or it's 10.
No,
10?
I think it was 14-27.
That, yeah, around that. Yeah.
Oh, that is
somewhere around
14, right? Or no?
28-14.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we're still in the game. Yeah, like you're
Oh,
down
yeah.
14. You look, you go down, put down 7, you come back, you stop them on defense, you put 7 back up, boom, tie ball game. Simple and plain.
And I don't understand why criticizing a player for making mistakes is a bad thing. It's not like we're just coming on and Docs is coming in or I'm coming in and saying, this guy sucks. But I've been talking about Abrams, right?
Man.
And if there's any way that Carr or Abrams could come on here and listen to what we're saying and refute it, then they'll never get better because they don't know how to self-evaluate.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest thing. You have to be honest with yourself.
But still, you know, as a former player, these guys, and now in this social media, they're enabled, right? So I couldn't have a conversation with Jonathan Abram and say, hey, man, you've been playing like shit these past few weeks. What's going on? You know what he's going to say to me? Motherfucker, you don't play the game.
And then you got all these fans kissing his ass. Oh, you know what? And he's buying into it.
Yeah.
We're so easy just to, I understand why this. Well, it was this. And it's always passing the fucking buck.
Yeah.
But then there's other guys that we don't give any fucking hope to. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, the guys who make the most money are the ones that you baby the most. Those are the ones that you should hold to higher standards.
Yes. And that's, bro, thank you. You worded that so perfectly right there. We talked about it a little bit. I was tired, bro, when I jumped on you. I was exhausted. But let me say this. You worded it correctly. The guys making the most money, you have to hold them to higher standards. So maybe how I talk and maybe how I explain myself is maybe a little more aggressive, maybe a little more, you know, but that's exactly what I mean. That is exactly what I mean. Not only to higher standards, but you're the quarterback of one of the biggest franchises in sports history. At one point, we were the most winningest franchise in the world, right? So you have to hold these guys to higher standards.
You're an 8-year NFL veteran with a gold C on your fucking jersey.
Yes.
And I guarantee you guys, Greg Olson is meeting with Derek Carr, and he's going, Derek, what do you like? here's what I see from the defense. What plays do you like?
Yeah.
What formations are you comfortable with?
Yeah.
So when I hear about, oh, we need to do this, he's not throwing enough fades, or the offense needs to be more creative. Trust me, he's going off of what Derek Carr is comfortable doing.
Yes.
Trust me, guys.
Yes.
But again,
this is coming from a former player that played football his whole life. So you guys, this is someone that played for the Raiders, played in the NFL for a massive amount of years, had a great collegiate, career. This is someone that knows the game. Just like you said, Greg Olson is going to call the game to DC's strengths. Facts. If he was great with his legs, there probably would be a lot more creativity because he knows that DC can do different things and think outside the box. That's a great assessment.
And here's the thing, though, Docs, is I can say that because I know him personally.
Yeah.
Any other coach, them fucking coaches are probably going to go, no, this is what I run and this is what you're going to do, because coaches are fucking arrogant.
Yes.
And they want the fucking, but I know for a fact, Greg Olson is a fucking fair, fucking common sense guy who's been around a lot of great quarterbacks, guys. A lot of great fucking quarterbacks. And I guarantee you, he is not calling a play that Derek Carr is uncomfortable with. No, I know for sure he is not. So and again, I know for sure because I played under him for 3 years. I watched him with Drew Brees. I watched him with Kyle Orton in the beginning of their stages of their fucking career, guys.
Yeah.
And they turned out to be pretty good goddamn quarterbacks.
Let me ask you this, Stu, because on our 2-game win streak against the Broncos and against Philly, we talked about this a little bit, but why do you think what is a reason a quarterback goes out of his audibles? Why do you think DC stopped audibling? Because last week he had one against the Chiefs, but you know why he was great against Philly in Denver? He assessed the whole field. He went through all his progressions. He audible.
You have to.
Yeah.
You have to.
But why do you think he went away from that? Why do you think he went away from that? What is a reason a quarterback goes away from what works? If it's audible, if you're audibling out of plays that you know is not going to develop the right way,
there's got to be a reason. It might not be Derek. Maybe there was offensive linemen or receivers that couldn't pick up the audibles. They didn't know the hot routes. They didn't know the changes.
So do you think Henry Ruggs going down really hurt him maybe being able to audible because of the speed factor and all that stuff? Do you think maybe Henry Ruggs being gone, it kind of, these past few days is taking that away?
You know what? I'm not sure. I'd have to be in there and see, but I would say what I'm thinking is Greg Olson and Derek Carr are probably going, listen, I don't feel comfortable changing the play because I don't know if our guys can pick it up.
Okay.
You know what I mean? If you can't make adjustments at the line of scrimmage offensively, you're already right now behind the 8 ball when it comes to the defense, man. Because that's what you do. You come out, you see what they're presenting.
Yeah.
You go, well, you know what? I was going to run left. Let's just flip the play. Or let's run this route combination to the other side. You got to be able to adjust. Or if it's a blitz, hot routes.
Yes.
Picking up slide coverage with the offensive line. Maybe there's a running back. I don't want to call that audible because I know the running back ain't going to fucking pick the guy up because he doesn't know what the audibles are.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't feel comfortable doing that. You know what I mean?
At some point, man, I know, and I know you're very close with Greg Olson. At some point, man, you need to talk to him. I don't know, even if it's behind the scenes. I know he wouldn't do it. He still has a job with the Raiders. There's no reason to come on camera and talk about your team with one of your former players. But
no. But I thought behind the scenes, just asking him a couple questions. You know what I mean? But again, that's tough because to me, that'd be like him calling me when I was playing and saying, "Hey, Stu," and I'm thinking well, hold on a second here. So there's there is a respect factor. And again,
well, technically you're media.
He has no ego. And I guarantee you, he is going to put that offense in the best position that we can be in And if we're limiting the offense, it's not because of him. It's because our players can't go beyond the plays that we're doing. I mean, we have, again, get to the sticks on third down. We have guys cutting routes fucking short.
Yeah. All day, every day.
That's fucking simple football, man.
Yeah.
And I'd like to know if these guys, do they watch film? Do they study? Do they look at tendencies? Because sometimes I'm thinking like they're trying to make a play while the play's happening. If you're doing that, dude, you are behind, bro. You need to assess what plays, what opportunities they have before the line of scrimmage because of the formation, the down and distance, and the personnel grouping.
Yeah, definitely.
That's how that pre-snap reads is how motherfuckers make plays.
Yes. Yes.
Literally, that's how guys you look and go, God, he just seems so fast. Well, you know what? Because he watched that play and film. They went over it in practice. They talked about it. And shit, that play came up. Does it always come up? No, but when it does, that's a difference maker in the game.
Yeah.
But if you don't pick it up or you don't make the interception, you drop it, it fucks the shit. It fucks the shit. That's the play that could change the fucking game. Or you have a play and then you fumble it. Or your defensive line goes off sides. And you give Mahomes from 3rd and 10, which is a limited playbook, to 3rd and 5. He has every play available to him now.
Every one of them.
And
his decision making.
I don't think I've ever heard you give excuses for the defense, Docs.
No.
But on Spotlight's deal, when you went in there, I mean, it was like you had 8 motherfuckers just trying to rip you into pieces, and I didn't understand why.
Well, because I put it like this. It comes to a point where, like, I hate to keep bringing up the 8-year pattern, right? It's the 8-year pattern. When I watched that play that you, Tim Brown, a Hall of Famer, one of the greatest Raiders of all time, Charlie Gardner, another great, all these guys in this box with you, right? And they're saying, what the fuck is DC doing? Guess what I'm doing? I'm saying, what the fuck is DC doing? Right? I know someone's calling you, so don't worry. I'm gonna talk while they're calling. But it got to a point where, hold on real quick. You good? You all right? Technical difficult. I think somebody's trying to call Stu back to back right now. Everyone talks about hold on. I'm gonna get Stu back in. You guys. I definitely don't want to go back and continue to talk about, what was talked about with the whole DC stuff and all that other shit. It is what it is. I always, from now on, I'm just going to always sum this thing up with this. I just want to win, right? I just want to win. Last year was the defense. The year before that, it was the defense. These are the excuses year in and year out. The defense, right? Okay, well, this past Sunday, the defense had a very, very, very tough game. They got outclassed, just demolished. At some point, you have to be the quarterback, right? The elite quarterback that a lot of you guys say he is. He needs to go out and win the game for you. He needs to go out and say, you know what? This defense ain't doing it. Like 2016 DC, right? The defense can't pull this win out for us. So let's get back into my bag and I'm going to go win this game for us. Because DC has done it before. I'm not mad at DC for some shit I've never seen him do before, right? I'm mad because I've seen DC do it before. That's all that is. I'm mad because I've seen DC win games before. I've seen him go out and win a lot of games. I just want him, if anything, if we're going to keep him, let's get him to return to that form and win us some games. Because the defense shit the bed. Yes, they shit the bed against the Chiefs. Yes, they shit the bed. But come out as the quarterback and as the elite quarterback that a lot of people says and come out and win the game for us. throwing 2 goddamn Hail Marys, 2 prayers in the air is not going to do it. You have to pick apart the 32nd worst defense in the league. There's a reason why they're the 32nd rated defense in the league. Pick them apart and keep us in the game. Simple as that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, at the end of the day, man, I've seen DC do it before. So if you guys want to get mad at me for saying DC lost this game for us, be mad at me. But just understand I'm coming from a reasoning of I've seen him do it before, right? It's in his 8th year. So consistently do it. That's it. In 2016, I seen you overcome terrible defense. Go back out and win some games. Reggie, I get that, my brother. I get that. The O-line has not been good. But at some point, you have to say, look, man, we can't keep saying this is because of this, it's because of this, it's because of this, it's because of this. At some point, we just have to look at it and say, man, whatever it is we got going on, whether it's the O-line, the QB situation, the defense, whatever the hell it is, it's just not working. It's just not working. That's all it is, man. I don't want to beat anybody up about the whole, quarterback situation. It is what it is. Still,
sorry about that. Fucking Hammer was calling and it cut me off, so now I'm on my computer. So
no, you're good, brother. But basically, what I was, go ahead. Pay Carr on a new mega deal, or take chances with the next Fields, Lawrence, or Mac Jones, and build a proper roster. We're gonna talk about that. Go. Give me 1 second. So basically, Stu, what I said was right. In 2016, I seen DC. He had the most comeback victories in 2016 out of any quarterback in the league, right? So if your defense can't get the job done as the quarterback, you go out there and win a game. This is one of them games where the defense played like ass. Yes, they did. But as if he's just the elite quarterback that everyone says he is, then go out and win this game. Because you had every opportunity in the world. Yes, Deshaun Jackson fucked up. That was a very bad look. That was a great dime to him. That should have been a walk-in TD. Deshaun Jackson overthought that. As a 34-year-old veteran in this league, 14-year vet, you should not be trying to run. And I don't know what the hell he was doing at that point. But I'll say this. Go win the game for your team. The defense ain't doing it. Go win the game. We cried about not having a defense for the past 8 years or whatever, right? We finally have a defense that's been keeping us in games. They shit the bed, so go out and win it for us. You can't expect the defense to go out every game and play a great game every game.
Here's what I don't understand when people are saying Carr doesn't have weapons.
I don't get it. I don't, because you have the number one, you have a top three tight end in the league. You have probably the best third down option in Hunter Renfrow in the league. You have a dynamic duo of Josh Jacobs and Kenyon Drake. Kenyon Drake is great in the passing game.
Yep.
You have Foster Moreau, another tight end that can start probably on most teams in this league. Brian Edwards, which put up 88 yards. He finally showed up. You
Jones.
have Zay Jones that can always give you at least one big play, a splash play, and then you bring in a Deshaun Jackson, right? That can take the top off of a defense. So look, I don't want to hear excuses about him not having weapons. No, we can't do that.
And here's the deal: good and great quarterbacks make fucking weapons. They turn players into fucking better. Like Drew Brees, and again, I'm not on a Purdue bandwagon, but he made everybody around him better. Yes. I mean, look at the receivers he had at some of the places. Nobody's.
There was a guy. What was his name? What was his name? He played pretty much with Drew Brees.
Marquise Colston.
Marquise Colston. Drew Brees made that man. When Drew Brees was gone, he was no longer Colston anymore.
Antonio Gates.
There you go. Well, you know what? Antonio Gates was really he was
a basketball player from fucking Kent State, dude.
But he was good with Phillip Rivers as well. But I hear what you're saying.
I see what. Yeah, but I'm saying no one knew who the fuck Antonio Gates was.
No, he wasn't. Nobody knew. I mean, shit. Look, AB, Big Ben helped make Antonio Brown who he was. He was a 6th round guy out of Central Michigan or some shit. Like nobody knew who the hell Antonio Brown was. Great quarterbacks make these guys who they are. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Willie Snead, a former Raider that asked to be released because he knew he wasn't going to get any work over here. Another guy that Drew Brees helped create. You know what I'm saying? And
Ted Ginn Jr.
Ohio State wide receiver, a speedster that went over there and took the top off of a lot of defenses as well.
had a long career, very long career. I know Ted Ginn. So Ingold was a big loss. In what aspect?
Well, put it like this: if our run defense struggled with him, it's guaranteed to struggle even more without him. We're still an offense that really
run defense or offense. You said run defense.
Oh, our offense. I'm sorry,
okay.
Our offense. Yeah. Our run off, like we can't run the ball already, but now without in goal, because we still use heavy fullback sets. We'll have a fullback in there pretty much damn near every play. You know what I'm saying? So without him, help picking up whether it's blitzes or helping Jacobs create some holes or helping create some holes for Jacobs. That was a very, very tough loss.
When did he suffer an injury?
This past week. Chiefs.
And maybe that could be another. What time in the game though was it? What point in the game?
I think it was in the first half, right? I don't really remember. Like, this week was a blur, man. I was so pissed off about everything, but I think it was in the first half. He tore his ACL though. He's gone for the season.
Oh, he did.
Yes. Okay. And then we went and got another fullback from the Pittsburgh Steelers practice squad, I believe, Sutton Smith. He's a former defensive end in college, put up some really good numbers. But we got him at fullback now, I believe. I think he's on a practice squad, but we should be bringing him up here soon.
I want to say this too, Docs. People want these exotic offenses. Trust me, the teams that they run simple concepts, but you know what they do? You think they're running different plays? All they're doing is putting different players in those positions and getting to it in a different formation, but they're running the same route combinations, and they'll flip it. So I'm telling you guys, whatever you think the plays, a coach is only going to call plays that he feel comfortable that players can execute.
Yeah.
So there's a reason why we're not doing some stuff, because we can't do it.
And it's not even, you look at some of these great offenses, Stu, Tampa Bay, Green Bay, they don't do all kind of crazy shit. You know what I mean? Like they're not doing all those.
Can you put up Demon Ted Zero? Not that one. All this elite quarterback shit is overrated. Laugh out loud. Where was the elite quarterback shit when Patrick Mahomes didn't score a fucking touchdown in the Super Bowl? Bro, he's in the fucking Super Bowl. You're playing against the other best team in the NFL. That shit happens. He got him there. And he was a fucking MVP of another Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So he is an elite quarterback. He is.
Yeah.
He wins games. He wins fucking games.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I agree with you on the simplicity where we can't say we want to get way more creative and do different things. You just have to get your playmakers involved. That's all it's about. Get your playmaker. Get the ball in Kenyon Drake's hands. He's a playmaker. Get the ball in Darren Waller's hands. He's a playmaker. Zay Jones can stretch the field. Deshaun Jackson can stretch the field. There's other guys. Get the ball into your playmakers' hands, and then it's up from there.
Who gets the ball in those playmakers' hands, Docs?
The guy that you guys think that we over criticize is Derek Carr, right?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, no matter what the coach calls, the quarterback still has every decision to make whatever. Sorry, he has the ability to make whatever decision he wants.
Yeah,
he wants. Even though you could practice all week, and he may look and he may see a corner doing something, and then I want to go over here, and it's like, give it some fucking time. You know what I'm saying? If you're watching film, you know that guy's not playing that. They're going to come out in something else. And I'd like to know how much film these guys watch defensively. Let's talk about defense.
Okay.
Because
I feel like this. Gus runs the cover 3 defense. You know, as a former defender, you know what the cover 3 does, right? Sometimes we run some cover 2.
Other teams are running cover 3 beaters.
Yes.
They are running cover 3 beaters by flooding the zone. They're sending a number 1 receiver up through that curl flat area like Abrams and putting another motherfucker running the same route behind him. The corner is supposed to let that first receiver go to the middle safety and help Abrams over top. And we're not doing it. So you know what? Until we can correct it, what are you going to fucking see? It's like, dude, like what we're doing I don't know. I mean, it's not like it's not working, but
I look at it like this. Gus Bradley's, this is his first year, right? So we were assuming that Gus Bradley would have a few years to build up his defense. He went and got some of his guys. There's some guys on this on our personnel on the defensive side of the ball that doesn't fit what Gus does. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I was talking with OG Raider today about, did I hear that he's, Farrell, right?
uh-huh.
He says he doesn't fit into I'm thinking, you know what? Well, you fucking find a place for that motherfucker to be on the field then.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't fit into my scheme, so we're not going to use an $8.5 million a year first round fucking DN that's running a fucking athletic as shit. Like, you
But
better
it's not
find
even just that. Still, the sad thing is you don't want to get a former first rounder involved that can stop the run. This is our best run defender that we have on the roster. And one of the worst things this team can do is they can't stop the run. So this is why, and everybody was killing me this offseason. I was saying I had Clee starting over Max. Max still balling, though. Don't get me wrong. Max is going to have a lot of playing time, but you can't have two edge rushers that can't stop the run. Yannick and Max are definitely going to get to the quarterback, but they can't stop the run. Clee is our best run defender that we have on this team, and we're not using him. That's why I was screaming, have Clee on one end, have Yannick on one end, and then, bring Max in on clear-cut passing downs, because Max is still going to eat regardless. He's still going to eat. He'll still have a lot of pressures. He'll still get sacks. He'd probably have more sacks, to be honest, if he didn't have to play as much. But I just had Clee as he's our best run defender. He's our best run stopper. How does he not fit your defense? How? Like, there's a problem in your defense. He fits
like
that.
You as a coach, I get you have a system, right? I get it. You have to have your base rules, but you adjust every year to the players that you fucking have. Don't put a square peg in a round hole, and coaches do that all. This is what we're going to run. Well, you know what? The players that we have now, things are a little bit different. We have some fucking guys. Make the system work.
Yeah.
Make it so that our fucking players that we fucking pay a lot of money to and that are athletic can go out and fucking make plays. I know it may not be what you agree with, but dude, your best players need to be on the field. They have to be. I don't care what your fucking system is.
Let me say this real quick. Shout out to Pacient, brother. We got to stop with this narrative, right? Seth Roberts did nothing. He was a blocking wide receiver. Yes, he got a few shots in the red zone. Seth Roberts did nothing in this league. You want to go Holmes? Holmes has done nothing in this league. Rod Streeter, I was a fan of him, but those were the bad days when we couldn't do shit. No, we never won anything with those guys. So you can't say that. Like, what is Rod Streeter? What is Holmes? And what has Seth Roberts done in this league? We can go Waller, we can go Crabtree, we can go Jared Cook all day. But Jared Cook was already productive before he even came to us. We did not make Jared Cook who he was. He was already a good tight end. So we have to stop with that, with the Holmes and Rod Streeter. We can't do that. Can't do that. What did he make them into, actually? Because when they weren't shit really before us, they weren't really shit with us, and they weren't shit after us. So I don't really get that narrative, my brother. I really don't.
So Farrell, is it Farrell?
Cleveland Farrell, yeah.
This season he's got 2 tackles. Oh, I'm sorry. Forgive me. 2 solo tackles this season.
Okay.
And I'm thinking, how in the fuck is a guy? Because my understanding was he was producing before, correct?
Yes. Not in the sack department, but he had a lot of pressures. And like you said, great against the run. He was really, really good.
He was involved.
Yes, definitely.
And that's the fucked up part. That's what sometimes the best players don't always play. I mean, when you get new coaches coming in and different coordinators, and they have their guys, and it's like, man, you know what? This guy's better, but for whatever reason, I don't like this guy, or I want my guy to be in there, or whatever it is. It's like, motherfucker, put down the ego and let's win some fucking football games, man. But here's the thing I'm worried about, Doc. What? Okay. I'm what time are you leaving?
Right now.
Okay. All right. Before I go, what was it? What was I saying?
You're talking about Clee, I believe.
Yeah, it's also. Oh, well, here's the thing that worries me, guys, in this locker room, and I've stressed it. I've been talking a lot about salaries. Salaries are very fucking important in that fucking locker room, and players know who's making the most money, and guys who are supposed to be making plays, guys who are leaders. When I was on the Detroit Lions team that went 0-16, all of the guys who were captains and guys making the most money weren't producing, and everything fell apart. You're looking at guys in here like Carr, like Waller, like Mariota, like Jacobs, like Abrams, making a lot of fucking money, and guys like Crosby, who is making not in the top 20 on the team, and guys like Perriman, who Perriman against the fucking Eagles, with his salary, what he makes per game,
he lost a whole week. A whole week.
Not only that, he didn't lose the whole week. He had to pay.
Yeah,
he paid like
15
grand to play in that game, and he is one of our biggest producers.
No,
and
he lost $55,000. He was fined for a play that wasn't even a penalty. Terrible. But that's whole week salary. That's his whole week salary right there. $55K.
But what I'm saying is that's before tax. So take home is about probably 40. So really he paid,
so he came out of pocket again. Yeah, you're right.
Out of
you're
pocket.
Right. Yep.
And he's produced. So I'm paying and I'm producing. And these guys who are making way more money than me are the reason we're fucking losing. So I don't want to hear you motherfuckers say a word. Yeah. I don't want you standing up. I don't want this. You guys don't have, I'm not going to listen to one fucking thing you motherfuckers say. And you know what? The more that you guys talk, the more I am going to resent you and create separation. So that we're at a pivotal point right now where, again, just think about your coworkers at the job you're at.
Mm-hmm.
And think of a motherfucker that you work 10 hours and make $100. This motherfucker comes in for 2 hours and makes 500.
Yeah.
Are you not going to go, well, what the fuck? What the fuck's up with this?
Yeah.
And again, guys, that's important. I'm just telling you, guys, look at that. When salaries are out there and you're making the money, you better be doing your shit, man. You better, and we get it. You're gonna make mistakes, but some of this shit, it's like, again, those 2 passes, I'm going, that's JV football.
Yeah.
That is JV, not 8-year veteran family blood. I know David Carr wasn't doing that shit. I know for a fact.
No.
And I don't think that the players, just because this guy's a nice guy, shit. If I'm telling you, Burgess, Warren Sapp, me, Kirk Morrison, if that's what the fuck you guys doing, man?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? You know, and I know, again, and Derek could say, well, what about you guys? But at the same time, yeah, well, you know what? I'm not making that much money, bro. I'm not a captain. I don't have a gold C. I'm not the face of the franchise. You are. As a quarterback, you get the credit when you win. As a quarterback, you take the grunt when you lose. That's part of being the quarterback. Just like Al Pacino says, you're the quarterback. It's the top spot.
Yes. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like
when he's talking to Jamie Foxx.
Yes. That's just what it is. And you have to hold them accountable. And again, Docs, all that I watched a little bit of everything. Guys, let's not get emotional. Okay. Let's talk facts. Let's look at the numbers. We are talking about plays that he should make. Abrams, plays that he should make. Jacobs, things he should be doing. We're not making shit up.
Yeah.
These are things, and again, I know what's expected. These are plays that we should not make excuses for. Coaches shouldn't blow smoke up their ass. And players need to self-evaluate and go, am I doing everything I can during the week to put the best product out on Sunday? I can't answer that, but with the way I look, it doesn't seem like it.
Yeah.
So
there you go.
Hey, Docs, I appreciate you letting me. What time are you going to be on later?
I'm going to do the usual time. I wanted to do something, man. If you're free, I wanted to talk about some mental health stuff, man.
My wife's going out to dinner. I'm going to make dinner, but text me. Let me know what's up.
I'll call you in a few hours.
All right. Hey, love you, everybody. Appreciate it.
We love you too, brother.
Everyone that came on the show and everything for my 12 hours was shit. It was fire, man. It was fire. And there's going to be a lot more stuff coming out. I mean, to have Katie on, a representative of the actual Raiders.
Khalid Barnes.
Yeah, that's good stuff, guys. So good stuff coming. I appreciate everything, Docs. Keep being you, brother.
My brother, love you, man. I'll see you later. Yeah, shout out to Stu, man. Everybody go subscribe. He did a great interview last night with Khalid Barnes, and like you said, Katie, she works for the Raiders. Really, really, really good show. Make sure you guys go subscribe to Stuart Schweiger on YouTube. My big brother, man, really, really good guy, great-hearted guy. Crazy as all get up, but he's just like me. We both are just, we are who we are, man. Gold, at this point, brother, look, I don't know. At this point, what do you do, right? Do you just play it out, bring him back next year? There's no guaranteed money left on his contract. DC said he's not rushing the team to do anything, right? So what do you do? At this point, if you sign him to a mega deal right now, you're enabling him for playing the way he's playing. At this point, I guess you just play it out, right? Play it out. Or somebody makes you a massive trade offer, which, would be just something that you like, oh, I got to take that. You know what I mean? Like numerous firsts. Then it's like, oh, shit, you might have to look at that. But at this point, let him play out his contract. Let him play out his contract, and then we'll figure out. We'll go from there. Hey, man, shout out to my brother Stu, man. Shout out to my brother Stu. I think tonight I'm going to do a mental health show tonight. That's what I think I'm going to do. I think I'm going to do a mental health show tonight instead of Monday. I'm flying to Atlanta Saturday. I'm going to have a lot of stuff going on. I'm going to be out there with my mom and family. So I definitely think I want to do something tonight talking about, anxiety and depression and all the stuff that we deal with. You know what I mean? It may not all be football related, but we're going to talk to Stu as well about, the hits he's taken and the shit is done to him mentally. And you know what I mean? So I think we're going to do that. Let's see what Jacobs is talking about real quick, y'all. And I'm definitely going to get out of here in a second. Bourbon, just me dealing with it, brother. Me dealing with it.
In my opinion, just getting back to the basics as a team, like just working on the fundamentals. Everybody trying to get their legs back under them and things like that. And just kind of try to come out and revamp ourselves and put our brand of football out there. I think that's kind of the thing that I was echoing the most last game, like just be who we think we are to the team. So that's probably just the biggest thing.
But be who we think we are, or be who we are.
He hasn't seen anybody checking out or moving in that direction.
Yeah, that's probably the best thing that I've seen this year on our team is guys still coming in to work every day. I mean, guys still trying to get better. Nobody's really complacent on the team. I mean, like you go out there and see the defense work, they still flying around at the ball and things like that. Just to have that type of mentality is the biggest difference between any other team I've been on.
Does it feel like, for lack of a better term, like you have to stop the bleeding? Like, is that something that's like, hey, just stop this right now and turn around? Yeah,
it's just kind of like, from that standpoint, and not only that, just refocus. I think that's the biggest thing, just like mentally just refocus on the task of what we came in this season wanting to do. And try to come out there and just put that stamp on the game. And it, from us, like just coming in and just dominating, especially as an offense, just do what we do, stay on schedule, try to make explosive plays and things like that. So that's been the thing we try to get back to this week.
On the outside, people are thinking maybe you should get Darren Waller some more targets. I'm curious on the inside, you guys talk about that? Is that a thing where you think?
Never. We never talk about it. We never even knew. I didn't even know he was low on targets. So that was the first time I've heard that. But I mean, as an offensive group, I can honestly say that nobody in our room really cares who gets the ball, just as long as the outcome is what we want. I mean, when the outcome is not what you want, you might see some guys like, yeah, come on, like, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I don't see nobody like, I don't think I've had over 20 carries this year in no game. You know what I'm saying? I really haven't really complained about it or felt the way about it. Just try to come in and do my part.
How have you felt, Josh? so far, not only health wise, but the touches you're getting in games?
I don't really think about it, honestly. I mean, and like I said, these last probably 4 or 5 weeks, my body's felt great. So I really can't really complain. So I mean, obviously at certain times of the game, I feel like pivotal points that I feel like I should, contribute. But like I said, just as long as the outcome is what we want it to be, or somebody else is stepping up and making a big play, I don't really have a problem. But like when we kind of like stagnated and nobody's making a play, that's when I'm like, all right, let's get some type of juice going or some type of energy. But I really don't care too much about it.
In terms of regrouping, you mentioned that resetting. What have the messages been from some of the leaders on the team to help you guys get that going?
Yeah, I mean, if you've at our practices, if you've seen all our leaders and the captains on the team, we make practice literally every day. I'll never see Max or Yannick take a rep off or take a day off. When we out there, we were working, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of guys, we talk to each other all in the locker room, both sides of the ball. But we kind of try to come to the point where we're just leading by example right now. And just putting it on tape, because if I go run and I finish a run 70 yards, that puts pressure on the guy behind me to do the same thing. So that's what we've been trying to implement.
Josh, we haven't had a real chance to talk to you after some things happened here. And there's a football side of things, and then there's a personal side of things.
Yeah.
It's tough to deal with that sometimes. How have you been able to deal with everything, and also maybe from perspective?
I mean, I feel like for me, it's been a lot harder. Just with the situations that have come, even with Gru and with Henry. Just because I love them dudes, you know what I'm saying? With Henry especially, just seeing him, everything around that whole week reminded me of him. He's right next to me in stretch when we go off for offense and we go to defense. He's right there next to me, and I mean, I've spent the last five years with him. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely had a deeper emotional standpoint from with that, and man, I mean, it made coming to practice weird. It made being around people a little weird for me. But I mean, I've sat down and I've talked to him, and man, I told him, I'm like, yeah, he gave me some encouraging words, which is crazy. He was just telling me, you know what I'm saying, you still got to do what you got to do and things like that. So, I mean, I tried to come out that next game in New York and play, you know what I'm saying? And that was kind of my thing. I kind of got emotional before the game. But once I stepped on the field that day, I was just like, I'm going to put it out on the line. And it was probably one of my best games this year. So, yeah, just try to come back to that, back to football and get back to the love of the game and just have fun with it. You know what I'm saying?
Have you been able to talk to him?
Yeah. I actually been over there a couple times to his house and talked to him, talked to his family. I kept in contact with all of them throughout the whole process.
It's a real
like
one.
I said, man, I know his whole family. I know his mentor. I know everybody. You know what I'm saying? I've been knowing everybody. So, yeah, it was definitely emotional for me.
That's good.
Appreciate it.
I like that. I like that they touched on the real side of things. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you guys, we're all human beings, man. We all fuck up here and there. But to see that that Josh, man, still got his partner's back. Oh, hold on. This is the one I wanted to see.
Injury, prior to the Eagles game kept you out of it. How we haven't talked to you since.
It's Waller, you guys.
How are you feeling now?
Yeah, I'm over that. So my body's feeling pretty good.
There's a growing narrative outside the building that you need more touches, you need more looks, you need more targets. That's the problem with the offense. I mean, have you felt that? Is that something that you guys have been talking about?
I mean, it is a little different, because over the past couple of years, I am used to a lot more volume, but I guess there's a lot more things in play this year. There's a lot more guys that can do stuff with the rock. There's a lot of different ways and situations where there's a lot of bodies around me, and there aren't as many opportunities where it frees up where I am getting a good look, I guess. So, and sometimes when those happens, Derek may get pressured, things may happen. So I don't think me getting more targets is the answer to everything, and nor do I think that does something special for our offense. I do feel like when I get my hands on the ball, it's a it's a great thing. And
address you dropping the ball though, brother.
There's so many things that I can't control when I approach the game, and if I try to focus on those things, I can get frustrated like anybody else can. But I just try to focus on running every route like I am going to get the ball, and never letting that mindset change, and that keeps me encouraged throughout the game.
Are you noticing different things that defenses are doing?
Yeah, I mean, it's whenever I'm out wide, it's usually a cloud situation, going over the middle of the field. There may be somebody underneath me, somebody outside of me, and somebody inside. And so it's like that is what happens a lot of times. And there's situations where it's like, okay, I finally get a one-on-one look, and it's like you separate, or there may be times where it's like you may not win a rep. And it's like that's just the way the game goes. And you got to be able to just stay encouraged and stay poised. So it's a lot of different things. I wish it could go back to it just being one-on-one every time like in 2019, but it's just not the case anymore, I guess.
Is the season long, and has it changed a little bit since maybe Henry left, and that element's not there for you guys?
Yeah, there's been hints of it all season long. Some games more than others, and Henry being here definitely helped for sure. But yeah, I mean, it's every team has their own distinct plan. And you just got to figure it out and just try to win.
Yeah, it was hard to adjust mid-season, but how have you kind of worked on improving against when you are getting all that additional attention? Obviously you started to receive more as you've taken off in your career, but it seems like it's hit another level this season. So how have you kind of navigated that?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's like just really studying other guys and seeing like how do they deal with similar levels of attention and still do the same things that they do. Is it lining up in more places? Is it learning more routes? Is it, if it's 3 people or 2 people in the area, is it attacking one to then create space off of another? So it's just like real intricate things like that are, very new to me, but, I'm trying to put a plan together every single week and attack it. They're making it to the point where it's like, I'm not supposed to win. They're trying to take that away, but, me, I'm competitive. I don't want that to be like the final narrative.
When you sit down and look at the tape of the offense as a whole, like how close are you? Like how fixable is it? Is it just something you guys are doing, or like how is that process?
Yeah, as far as just like penalties, I feel like that's definitely things that we can fix. There were a few breakdowns in the protection as an overall unit in the protection, and there's a couple plays on there where it's like, those could have been huge. This could have been big plays downfield. So I feel like the penalties and the turnovers and just clean up the little things in the protection plan, which is not just the offensive line, it's the tight ends, it's the running backs, it's everybody. So I feel like those things are things that we can control, and those can put us back on a track of the production that we had earlier on the season.
Week 1, you had 19 targets. What's the thought? You're going to set like a record, I'm sure, after that first game. I mean, you think there was overcorrection from that game? What was it to talk about? Were there too many targets that game after that first one?
The first one, yeah. I mean, I could honestly say it was probably too many. There were some where it's like, okay, like, yeah, I mean, we want to make plays, and it's like, I'm gonna make a play, and that was, it was my birthday, it was the Ravens, so it's like, I understand the situation, but 19 is probably a little much, but
facts.
Yeah, I mean, the number is always going to change. I can't go into a game with a fixed number in my mind because, I could go in saying I need 12, and if I get 10, I'll be, a sourpuss. And it's like, 10, anybody getting 10 targets in an NFL game, that's a jackpot easily. So it's just not really attaching it to a number, but realizing just what can I do with each and every one and make each one quality is my approach.
I understand. I know you guys have said, hey, there's not distractions. We're just playing. We're doing what we're doing. But is there, like, it's been so much. Is there like an exhaustion at this point of the season of like everything you guys have gone through?
Yeah, I mean, at times it's like you see like losing a guy like Alec. It's like, man, it's like, it's like the hits keep on coming for the good guys, And it's like, for me, like, I'm not saying like, oh, there's no distraction. I look at it, it's like, man, these are things that can be distractions, but it's like, how do I, honor these guys? How do I honor my team when these things come about? Because, we grow stronger together through these. You learn more about yourself through adversity, your character, is revealed more through adverse times. So we just try to keep that approach and not take the easy route, because it's like anybody could say that we have a list of excuses that we could use at any time, but that's not something that we want to do.
Thank you, Jack.
Thanks, guys.
A few things. Let me say this real quick. Relly, I like that you said that, brother. I feel like, do you feel like this team felt like we wanted, we would still be in the game in the third quarter, and like we wanted to unleash a weapon that we haven't unleashed yet? You know what I'm saying? I feel like we were holding on to him for a reason, which to me, it didn't make any sense. It's like, hold on to Djax until the third quarter, and then we're going to unleash this part of our offense that Kansas City hasn't seen yet. Well, no. What you need to do is you need to play to win from the first snap of the game, right? From the first snap of the game, you play to win. Go out there. My thing was this. Throw a bomb to Djax, the first play of the game. Let Kansas City know it's real. Let them know it's real. Find him on the first play of the game, bombs over Baghdad. I don't care if it was an incompletion. I don't care if it, whatever the hell it was. Let them know the shit was real from the jump. It made no sense to keep Djax out pretty much until the second half. It made no sense. We played to be in the game. We didn't play to blow out an opponent that we should have blown out. I'm going to be honest. I had us beating the shit out of them guys. We didn't play to win that game, you guys. We definitely didn't. We definitely didn't. And that's crazy to me. That's crazy. You should have brought Djax out from jump. We don't hold on to Henry Ruggs until the third quarter. We don't do that. Do we? Or do we used to? We used to not. I know we didn't do that. We had Henry Ruggs in from Jump Street. There's no reason to hold on to your weapons until pretty much we're out of the game. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. And one thing that I took kind of interesting with Waller, what he said was, that with Darren Waller, with DC getting pressured, right? At the beginning of his presser, saying, there's been times pretty much where he wanted to say, I've been bracketed. There's someone in front of me. There's someone in back of me. And, DC gets pressured. Well, I remember in 2016, DC would put the ball in these small windows. You guys remember this? Like a wide receiver didn't have to be completely wide open. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't have to be completely wide open. DC used to throw the ball in these small windows, whether it was Seth Roberts, Michael Crabtree, Amari Cooper, Jared, whoever it was, Jared Cook, whoever we had, back then. Oh, no, it wasn't even Cook at the time. Cook came in the following year, I believe. I believe it was old boy from Miami. The leading, what was old boy name? What was old boy name? Our tight end. He went to the Jets a little while after that. God, why am I drawing a blank today? Clive Walford, right? He used to put the ball in these small windows. And I think that the only player that he trusts to do that this year is Hunter Renfrow. I feel like Hunter Renfrow is the only guy that gets those balls in them small windows, like small windows. At some point, you have to trust your receivers. You have to trust Waller to be able to catch those kind of plays or catch those kind of balls. You have to trust, like whoever the hell it is, Brian Edwards. These guys, you have to put the ball in small windows. That's a part of being a gunslinger. DC, if your favorite player growing up was Brett Favre, go out there with some of those tendencies. Put the ball in those small windows. You went away from that. Look, the only time I'm looking at it from a standpoint of this. DC is only going to wide open guys or guys that are just completely double covered. That's it. There's no in between, right? There's no in between. You're either wide the fuck open, you're double covered, or you're getting them small window passes if you're Hunter Renfrow. That's it. Did they explain why they brought Djax out? No. Gaming, I didn't see anything from them, my brother. I definitely didn't. But I don't know, you guys. I feel like DC needs to take more chances, take more risks. If you throw more interceptions that make sense, I'm not going to be mad at that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be mad at that. When you throw a pick 6 to Miami, that was on you. Whether you want to give it on him or Foster Moreau, I don't care. The pick 6 to the Giants, all on you. The interception to Zay Jones, double covered in the corner, that's on you. The INT to Daniel Sorensen, one of the worst DBs in this league, that's on you. Whether your arm got hit or not, you're still throwing up a prayer. I don't care. We cannot give him the excuse of, well, his arm was hit. You were still throwing a prayer in the middle of a game where we still have a chance to come back and win. So, DC, you got to get a little more, you know what I mean? Get a little more braver out there. The run game is not working right now, you guys. It's not working. We can't run the ball. So guess what, DC? Give your receivers more chances. Give them more chances. Give them, I don't care if the ball is in small windows. I don't care. Just make sure you're giving your receivers a real chance. Just give them a real chance. You know what I'm saying? Raider, but why, my brother? But why? I want to know why. How do I sound like a clown? Please tell me why I'm sound like that. I just want to know, and I promise I'm not going to fight with anybody. I just want to know, what am I saying that's wrong? Because look, we can agree to disagree, but you know the name calling and all that shit. Come on, bro, we got to chill with that. Give me a reason why you're not feeling what I'm saying. All right. Okay, so at that point, see you, King. My brother. Baby. Boo, 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 boo. Snipe game. It's all good, man, to say, Graphk, I disagree with you, brother. I feel like you're not watching the entire game. You're not watching woo, woo, woo. But we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that, bro. We're not going to do that. But I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, man, this is our quarterback, right? This is the guy that's a 3-time Pro Bowler, a former MVP candidate in 2016 before the tragic, you know what I'm saying, leg break that made us lose in the wild card round to the Texans. Yes, man, it sucks. It does suck, but I feel like you need to return to that form low key. You know what I mean? Take some chances, take some shots, not no prayers, like not a prayer, but find these guys in the middle of the field. Find these guys in the middle of the field and make these defenses afraid of you. These guys are literally on the sideline laughing. Like they're literally laughing at you. Did you see the video with Daniel Sorensen and Honey Badger? They were laughing. They were laughing. They were literally laughing at him. Joey Bosa, you know, we know if we get him rattled, he's going to make mistakes. And woo, woo, woo. Man, these guys are asking, they're asking for you to get a little more braver and take some shots and do some things. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Todd, and that's all I ask, my brother. Shout out to Vallejo Raider, man. Appreciate you, brother. That's all I ask. That's all I ask, King. That's all I ask, my brother. Disagree a little bit, but respect your opinion, my brother. And I respect yours. As long as something makes a little bit of sense, even if I can find an inkling of sense in anything that's brought to the table that's different than what I'm saying, I will respect that. I will definitely respect that. You know what I mean? I'll respect it. You know what I mean? But, you know, come with at least a fact. Not even facts. Just come with a fact. And then we can go from there. You know what I'm saying? No more 3 flies up. Talk that talk. AA. Talk that talk. Talk that talk. Talk that talk. Our nation says Carr will never take us to the Super Bowl. I mean, from what we've seen thus far, no. From what we've seen thus far, no. But if he just magically, mentally just becomes stronger and overcomes these hurdles that he keeps putting himself through and that our organization puts him through, you know, because look, they're wrong as well. Mark Davis, Mike Mayock, their job definitely is year in and year out to give DC the proper tools to win. I will not take that away from him at all. I will never say that Mayock and Mike and Mark Davis have gave him and Gruden have gave him every single tool to win, because they haven't. But guess what, you guys? Not every quarterback in this league, not one quarterback in this league has everything perfect for them. You have to learn how to be perfect in an imperfect system. Sorry, y'all. Like, you low-key have to learn how to be low-key perfect in an imperfect game, right? Different defenses game plan for you differently every week. You have to learn how to adjust to certain things. You have to learn how to low-key be damn near perfect in an imperfect game. It's just real shit. It's just real shit. Like, you have to figure it out. Raidernation, that civil war over car. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, my brother. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, man, I'm excited about what we can do these next few weeks. I want to see what we can do. Well, I'm not going to say I'm excited. I want to see how we bounce back from these really these bad losses. That's what I want to see. I want to see how we bounce back from these consecutive losses. That's what I want to see. I want to see that. I'm not expecting us to go out and just go crazy. I'm not even expecting us to shit the bed. I just want to see some results. Go out there and show us something at this point. Go out there and just show us something. Just show us something. And I promise y'all, I am not allowing our team to fuck up my Thanksgiving. I'm not. That is family day. I hope that all of you guys have a good time with your family on Thanksgiving, and don't allow our team, if we shit the bed, to destroy a day where we're supposed to be, spending time with our family, eating good, you know what I mean, and just living life. I'm not going to allow that to happen. I'm not going to allow that to happen. If we lose these next 2 games, I am not going to be out here. I'm going to be disgruntled. Yeah, because I'm a diehard Raider, and I'm a Raider at the end of the day. But I'm not going to allow this team to fuck up what I got going on the outside. You know what I'm saying? It's just not going to happen. It's definitely not going to happen. I believe our O-line is the damn problem. Look, it's one of them. It's one of many. It's one of many. It's one of many problems. Our D-line can't stop the run. Our O-line can't stop shit. And then sometimes, even when the O-line does show up, DC makes mistakes. So you have to put some of that on the quarterback. I have seen DC, every mistake he's made this season is not on the offensive line, you guys. You cannot say that. I've seen him in a clean pocket throw a pick 6. I've seen him in a clean pocket throw a pick 6. In a clean pocket, throw a pick 6. That you can't blame on the defense. That you can't blame on the offensive line. You have to blame DC. Point blank, period. Throw some of that blame on our quarterback, man. Throw some of that blame on our quarterback. That's all I'm asking. Throw a little blame on him. Throw a little blame on him. When we lose and we're like, the defense didn't show up, the offensive line played like ass. All I ask is that everybody else says, Carr shit the bed too. Carr shit the bed. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Oh, the defense didn't show up. The offensive line didn't show up. DC didn't show up. And then we're good. I'm not even going to argue with anybody. As long as you guys can agree with us that the defense didn't show up, the offensive line didn't show up, and DC did not do what he was supposed to do to win the game, then I think we're all on the same agenda, right? Yeah, coaching was bad. Just put some blame on the captain of the team. Point blank, period. The end. You can't keep saying this, you got to do this for DC, you got to do that for DC. No. At the end of the day, all these guys deserve blame. Point blank, period. But yeah, man, with that being said, we're over 2 hours in, you guys. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you hit that sub button. If you're not subbed to the channel yet, hit that like. Wipe them feet, you guys. Get them likes up. I'm definitely going to put a show together tonight with me and Stu. I want to talk about some things outside of football, mental health, alcohol abuse, depression, anxiety, PTSD. I want to talk about some different things within the nation that all of us I know deal with one way or another, whether it's you dealing with it personally or it's a friend or it's a family member. I want to talk about some real shit outside of just football. And if you guys want to come join, you guys are family. I would love to have you guys there. I'm not expecting 1,000 people in the chat because, with mental health, it's a little different. Not a lot of people want to do that. You know what I mean? But you guys are all welcome to come talk and speak on it. I'm going to do mental health Mondays tonight. I'm doing it tonight. So Monday, I got to do something else. I'm going to be in Atlanta with family. So we're going to do it. We're going to do that tonight. Thursday night mental health. All right. So I appreciate you guys. Like I said, man, I love every single one of y'all. Even if we have a difference of opinion with the quarterback, the coaching staff, anything else, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we all represent this, that, and that's all that matters, man. So I appreciate you guys. I'm going to put the mental health show together right now. I'll check y'all out later on tonight. My people, man. Love y'all to death. Mwah.